What's up, SWAC fans? It's your boy SWAC TV, and this is my Week 6 predictions for all SWAC teams. First, let's do a quick recap. First up, game of the week, Jackson State versus Alabama A&M. Defense versus offense game, basically. Alabama A&M has a great offense long as it's not turning the ball over. So they have to limit the turnovers to have any chance of just making this a competitive game. They're well coached as well. And by the way, I really like Coach Maynard and love to hear him talk. I think he's very entertaining and competitive, and I think that's good for the SWAC. Hate that people give him such a hard time about his comments, which really wasn't that bad at all. And for Jackson State, they're really well coached as well by Coach Prime, and the offense needs to get started early and do it for 4 quarters. And the defense is going to do what they do because they are the best in the SWAC, hands down. Ready to see what the new offensive coordinator has in store for this game. My prediction, Jackson State wins 35-17. Now for Allcorn versus Gremlins. Gremlins has a great secondary and linebackers are good in coverage. Freshman Noah Bowden can't afford to get off to a slow start like he did last week. He has to get it going early if he wants to win this game. Coach Fobbs will have them boys ready though. Now for Allcorn, that offense is special and has a lot of weapons, but they got their work cut out for them against that Gremlin defense. I would rather run the ball a lot this game since Gremlin has a problem stopping the run, and that will open up the passing for Felix. Coach Maynard, a.k.a. Mr. Cool, will have Allcorn ready, no doubt. Allcorn wins 28-14. Next up, Arkansas Pine Bluff versus Alabama State. Well, first off, let me say I had high hopes for both teams before the season started, but so far they both have been disappointing. Alabama State offense looked terrible against FAMU, and the defense was booty meat as well. I thought the game would be a lot closer than a 28-0 shutout. Coaching was terrible that game. No in-game or halftime adjustments. Arkansas Pine Bluff coaching and offense was exactly the same, booty meat as well. Just sad. They definitely had a better showing than Alabama State, though. Arkansas Pine Bluff their defense is the only semi-thing I respect, and that's the reason I think they will win 17-14. Next up, BCU versus Valley. If y'all been watching, then you know I root for JSU with Allcorn in a close second. Well, guess who's third on my list? Mississippi Valley. Yes, I said Mississippi Valley. Y'all have a fan in me. I don't care how long ago I left the SIP, I'm going to always rep the hometown teams. Next, let me say this. BCU is worse than I thought they would be, and I think Valley is actually better than I thought they would be before the season started. First off, I think this should be said. BCU got beat by 2 touchdowns against Alabama State and let that lost-looking offense put up 38 points against them. So I'm done talking about them already. Next, Valley played North Carolina Central last Saturday and upset them 17-16 win. So I know they still on a high from that. Quarterback Eason is playing solid and has been the go-to guy the last 2 games and no longer splitting the reps with Reagan. Last 2 game stats put together, he has 385 yards passing, 4 touchdowns to only 1 interception. Not to mention he will take off and run that thing. Valley wins 21-17. Next up, Texas Southern versus Southern U. First up, I'm going to go ahead and talk about Texas Southern. They are coming off a 69-0 shutout win, so I know they are coming into the game feeling very confident. Andrew Body has to continue to play well along with his favorite target, K. Davis, number 10, at the wide receiver position to have any chance of winning. And for Southern U, well, hopefully Glendon McDaniel can keep the magic going like he did last week with his 5 touchdowns to no interceptions against Mississippi Valley. To go along with his wide receivers, Washington and Howard, they have to come to play so that they can make the quarterback look good. I think it will be closer than people think. Southern U wins 28-21. And up last but not forgotten, FAMU versus South Carolina State. Right off the bat, I guarantee you South Carolina State won't put up 40-something points against Florida A&M defense. South Carolina State quarterback throws for a lot of yards per game, but also throws interceptions like it's no tomorrow. FAMU defense will neutralize that offense for sure. I think they have the second best defense in the SWAC behind Jackson State, of course. On the offensive side of the ball is ran by Rashad McKay, very solid quarterback, and won't do anything to lose the game. X factor for the game will be wide receiver Xavier Smith. He should have a big day. FAMU wins 28-14.